Well, good morning, MOMnation. It's still morning, right? Yeah, it is. It's 11:30, so it's getting close to noon, and I know that the show is going to make me super hungry. So the timing is absolutely perfect, Wendy. Hello, welcome.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so good to see you today. So real quick, I know Wendy, but for those of you who don't know Wendy, tell them just a little bit about you, what you're going to be doing here today, and all that jazz.
Okay. Sure. Well, my name is Wendy. Right now I'm from Concord, New Hampshire, and I have a business with Pampered Chef, and my heart's desire is for everyone to get in and out of their kitchen in 30 minutes or less, preparing a delicious meal and not have to be stressed, especially on a busy day. So I'm coming here to share some tips and ideas of how you can menu plan in a week, and you can carry it on to more than 1 week after you get the hang of doing just 1 week, and how easy it is to do a food prep.
I love this because as busy moms, I mean, we need this and we want to, feed our families healthy meals and not, do the drive-through every other day or whatever it is. It definitely helps to plan. So I appreciate that you'll be giving us some tips on that. And now, Wendy, before you got into this, you weren't necessarily a cook, right? Like you didn't love it.
I hated to cook. No, I hate to cook. I really hated to cook. Yeah.
But when you got into Pampered Chef and you found that it was, I'm sure that you stumbled on a bunch of information. You found that it was just so much easier with the tools. That changed things, right?
Totally. And, even my family is much happier. So it's a win-win for everybody that, they're learning to use the tools. My husband loves them. He's the reason why I got into it. He really said, he's the one that supported and pushed me into it. So he thought I could do it. And I said, okay, but here I am, 8 years later.
Making fantastic meals in 30 minutes or less. So what you got
recipes are it. So today, what I'm basically doing is taking, and I call it dinner on a dime. So we're trying to save money through the economy, what we're going through with the inflation. So looking in your flyers is a big help if you do that when you're shopping, or say you want to do chicken and you go to the store, and what I suggest is buy 3 or 4 pounds, could be up to 5 pounds, depending on how big your family is. And set aside a day on the weekend, or unless it's during the week when you have a day off, and set aside about an hour. That's all you need. And what you want to do is prep your chicken after you pick your recipes. So there's a couple ways to get recipes. I actually have on our website, I know a lot of people like to use Pinterest, which is a fantastic resource. I hate scrolling through the ads and stuff. It drives me nuts. But I will go there because there is quite a variety. But I will be giving my website, there's no charge to go on there, but I want you to be able to access. We must have over 2,000 recipes now.
Wow.
And the reason why I love it is the search bar. Say you want chicken recipes, or you want chicken and beans, or chicken with rice, or whatever. You can put whatever you want in the menu bar, and it will literally pull those recipes up for you.
Oh, I love it.
So pick and choose.
I'll go and grab that link and stick it in the show notes when we're done here. So that way it's easy for our mamas to just access all of those recipes. How amazing.
Exactly. So this week, what I chose, my family, I've tried these out, their new fall recipes for the most part, is a ravioli lasagna and a white chicken chili. Homemade chicken soup. My husband loves chicken soup, so I prepared 2 of these today. And then my other favorite is sweet potato pad thai with chicken. And then I suggest Friday a pizza night. You just go and buy the frozen, pre-made doughs, quick and easy, have all your ingredients in there. So Friday, everybody can have a pizza fun, make your own pizzas.
And the kids love to do that too. You can get them involved and make it a whole thing.
Yes, exactly. So with ravioli lasagna, all you need is 1 to 2 packages of the raviolis, depending on how big your raviolis are. Your staple items is sauce. Unless you want to make your sauce, it is less expensive just by getting your cans. And you can either make it chunky or not chunky. your Italian seasonings. I love ours. And, a lot of people like different feels for it, which is fine. Add your garlic, and you just want to simmer it for at least 20 or 30 minutes before using it, because then all the flavors will build. You can then let it cool. You can store some for another recipe for the week, or you can just make enough for that one recipe. So what I love is that we're having a stoneware month, and we have this brand new stone, which is like my favorite.
Ooh.
And it's
Nice
new
and
white
deep.
glazed. It's our stoneware. So they made it deeper, and it's lighter. It's dishwasher safe. And it goes in the oven. Any of our glazed pieces will go in the oven or microwave. Obviously, this will not fit in a microwave, but this is where that goes. And then you can get the cover, which is so cool because you can store it like this, or you can cook your breadsticks or your garlic bread on top and do it at the same time.
Oh,
and you're
stop
done.
it. That
I
is
know,
so
huh?
cool.
Isn't that cool? And this is the same. Now, this would be a great charcuterie board too. It's got multiple uses, and that's what I love about when they create something, you can use it more than once.
Yeah.
And so the ravioli is so easy. Just sauce, layer ravioli. We use spinach, so you can either cook up your fresh or just have frozen on hand and let it thaw. You sprinkle that, your cheese, and then you layer it again, and then in the oven it goes. It's so quick and easy. You're not, doing the slippery hands with any of the, if it's veggie lasagna or if it's a pasta lasagna, you know how it can get really sticky. So frozen, right in the freezer, don't need to thaw them, and just throw it in there for about 45, 50 minutes.
Ooh, and I bet it smells delicious.
Oh my gosh, my family loved it. And, if you're not cooking for 4 to 6 people, it's great for leftovers. That's the other thing with these recipes, making leftovers. And if you're tired of the leftovers, freeze them. You can use them another time, and then you have another meal that's already prepared.
Awesome. Good advice.
So we do that. Yeah, thank you. And so the next, what I made was a white chicken chili. And so I use my multi-cooker / what people might call Instapot pressure cooker. They just upgraded it. I love the upgrades because A, it has an on and off switch. B, when it's hot, you just put the cover there on the lid. Can you see that okay, Katie?
Yeah.
Okay. And it has a little bigger pot inside. So I love it because you can serve it. It's metal. It's a little hot because it just got done. And I'm going to show you. This was so easy. This is just a matter of cutting your vegetables, searing them for a few minutes because there's a sear button, and then you throw your chicken in. And you just close it up, cook it for 8 minutes, the most tender chicken in the world. You take the chicken out, you add your corn, you add your milk and some cheese, and you just let it melt, put the chicken back in, and it's all done.
So it's done in the same pot, so you don't have to do your veggies on top of the stove and dirty more pans.
Exactly.
Oh, that looks lovely. Like I said, what
So
perfect timing for lunch.
So good. I know. And this has Southwestern seasoning in it. So it's a very interesting take on chili, but it has a great flavor to it. So that's an easy going. You could cover this. We also have silicone covers that you can just cover it and throw it in the fridge when it cools. Or you can put them in mason jars, store them for leftovers for lunch, or freeze them. So it's just quick and easy.
That is great for our moms that need to do the meal planning because maybe they work, till like 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night, which is really tough to get home, get a meal made. And oftentimes, what do? We drive through the drive-through. Well, that's not necessarily the best move, budget-wise or, health-wise. So I love that. Yes. And I love what you said about having the leftovers too for the next day, like if you need to take it to lunch or something like that.
Right. And when you get bored with it, if you had a couple times, you could throw it in the freezer, the rest of it. You don't have to throw it away. You can still have it and, take it out for another day. And then, so I used the second part of my chicken. I cut up and made pieces. And then I just made my own quick chicken broth with frozen veggies, soup. Sometimes even you can substitute the fresh chicken for a rotisserie chicken. So you are on the move and you need something quick. You grab a rotisserie chicken. You have time on the weekend to save the carcass, create your own broth, making it fresh. That way you can do it that way too. But I really suggest if you can take, like I said, an hour, is going to save you upteen hours during the week, and the stress. It's just going to be more value to you on that. And the
Absolutely.
tools.
I love what you said about back to, looking at your flyers, your grocery store flyers, and kind of seeing, what sales are coming up. Maybe do the same with Costco. And I mean, I don't see why you can't buy this chicken in bulk when you get it home, cut it up, portion it, and then hey.
Yeah, label your freezer bags what you want it for. So say you have a menu. So the other thing is, with this menu, so you don't forget, if you have a message center, that is the best way to write your menu for the week. You can also add your grocery list there as you're, picking out your recipes, put the menu up. Then you know what to get at the grocery store that's not in your cabinets, unless you want to pick recipes from what's in your cabinet to get rid of that. Add that to your menu. And then just put it all together, but keep it in the message center so you know what to grab on that prep day. And then you also know what you were having for the week.
Yeah, making a grocery list, I think, is so important, and it's often overlooked. And then, you forget, and also doing inventory of your pantry and your freezer every once in a while, right? Just to make sure that you're rotating those foods so that you're not, I mean, we're talking budget friendly here. And the worst thing in the world is going into your pantry, pulling something out and noticing that it's expired, and now you have to toss it and get a replacement.
Exactly. And so what I try to do is every 6 months, spring cleaning, fall cleaning, goes and check, I go in and I'll check the freezer, check the pantry, and try to work that out. It's, if you can get yourself on a schedule, even writing it on your message board, or on your phone, put it in Google, alert, go check these out, then you'll have less waste.
Yeah, absolutely. And true confessions, I was moving, well, I did move about 9-10 months ago, and it's a process, right? And I didn't want to pack my dry goods. I'm like, I don't want to bring this stuff to the new house, you know what I mean? And so I actually went on, might have even hit your website, to be honest with you. I went on and looked okay, I've got these ingredients, what can I make? And then just made, so just talking budget friendly and tips and stuff, just made what I had that was either about to expire, or again, I was moving, so I didn't want to take stuff with me. And that's what I made for meals all week. Now, people out there are laughing probably because they know me and they're like, wait a second, you don't cook. Yes, I can. And it's only because I have Pampered Chef products.
That is so funny. So it's awesome. So, you know where I'm coming from, because I totally get you. Totally understand that part. And as we're talking about tools, I don't think that people have to load their houses up with gadgets. I think they should have the tools that they're going to use at least once a week, preferably 2 to 3 times a week, because then you're getting your value out of your tool. It's not just sitting in your drawer and you're going to use it once a year for a season. It should be something you're going to use on a regular basis. So for those who are veggie driven, vegetarian, vegan, or even somebody who wants to eat healthier, there are certain tools that I absolutely adore in my kitchen. And this is one of them, because I was talking about the sweet potato pad thai. So instead of the pad thai noodles, we're making sweet potato noodles.
Ooh.
And so if you have a spiralizer, that is a great tool to bring out, because they're so expensive in the store. This is going to get paid off within about 8 times that you use it, or less, because of the cost of veggie noodles.
Yes.
And then once you make them, you can freeze them. They don't have to be in the fridge. We have these brand new bags, which I love. They're sealable silicone bags, so they can go in the freezer. They're airtight. You can, for those who are environment conscious and want to start revamping from using the plastic, we have sets of silicone bags now in different sizes, including one sandwich bag. Yeah. And one's a sandwich one. So it's really cool. The kids might like it. It's a blue color and it's fun. So this veggie spiralizer, the difference is it's gravity driven down, and you put a 3-inch piece of your veggie. So anything that's a harder veggie, your zucchinis, your onions, you can even do apple if you want to do something creative with apples. And then this is sweet potatoes. So I'm going to show you, it gives everything how you need to line up. There's arrows. The blade literally will do zucchini, not zucchini. It does fettuccine or spaghetti sized noodles, or it can do a ribbon noodle. So like if you do like ribbons with your cucumbers in the summer and you want to stuff them and put put a toothpick through it, you can do things like that.
Oh, nice.
But basically this is it. I always forget. There it is. Okay. I always forget where it's coming out.
Oh, I see it.
You see it?
Yes.
So right now I have like a ribbon noodle, and it's a little on the interesting side on this one. But when you go to spaghetti or fettuccine, it's going to come up, and they're just long strings, and you can cut them to the length or just leave them like that, and they can be cut when they're cooked. Mm-hmm. And the sweet potato pad thai, I can give you all these recipes. It's one of my absolute favorites. My family loves it because you make your fresh pad thai sauce, whether it's with peanuts or cashews or almond butter, and you add, your ginger, your garlic. So it's very healthy and great for your immune system this time of year too. Yeah. Broccoli, green onions, and you can add red peppers or not. So all of the recipes, which I love and I've done all the time, is if I don't like something or my family doesn't like something, I just take it out. Mm-hmm. I'll add more seasoning to create the flavor, because basically it's the flavor that makes the meal, not necessarily the vegetable.
Right.
So, yeah. So that's my meal for the week menu.
I love it. It sounds really exciting and not like the old run of the mill, like, we're having hot dogs tonight again. You know what I mean? So it's really get a little bit of variety in your diet, which we know is important from a health standpoint. And it's just nice to have a little, excitement. Honestly.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when they're easy, 30 minutes, and you don't have a lot of dishes to clean.
Yeah.
That is my key too. And, even with this thing, when you take it apart, it's very simple and it all goes in the dishwasher. So it's not nice. A big deal, and you just twist this off and off it goes and the blade goes off. So yeah. I only use our tools basically if they're dishwasher safe. If not, I usually don't go to them.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Nobody has time for that.
I know. I'm think anything. Oh, there is a sale this month for anyone who does love our stoneware. The unglazed stoneware is 15% off for anyone. Ooh. We are also, Pampered Chef is giving double donations for the Florida devastation from the hurricanes. And I'm so super excited about this because we will be raising up to 30% of sales. And I have a fundraiser going on too, just started, and it goes to the end of the month. So basically, when we raise, I have sales of $650, for an example, they will give $1 per every $1 given is 10 meals per family.
Oh, wow.
Or 10 meals given. So basically at $650, that's 1,950 meals that has been raised for Florida. So all of us in the company, whoever's, participating, it's going to add up to quite a bit. It's through Feeding America, which is one of our stable organizations that we do a lot with. And it's a great one. So it's gearing towards Florida.
That's awesome. That's so touching. I love it when we can help people and, help ourselves at the same time. It's like such a win-win.
Yeah. People can go, do their holiday shopping and they're still helping others out at the same time. They don't have to do an extra donation because it's already being donated.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah. So how can people connect with you, Wendy? I know that you mentioned at the beginning of the show where those recipes are located, and I'm going to pin that link to the show notes also, but just real quick, how can people connect with you if they'd like to get more tips, more recipes, things like that?
Sure. I have a VIP group on Facebook, so I will give you that link, Katie. People can click on that and join, and then I'll come in. I also, the website is for products too, not just recipes. And those are basically the two places you'll find me, or you can send me a message on Messenger. Awesome. And you can reach out. So there's a lot of opportunities this fall. Even if someone's looking for extra income, this month. This is our 42nd year with Pampered Chef, which is amazing.
Wow.
And I know, and the founder is still around, and she is just a beautiful woman who just started this company to help women get on their own and just to go outside and meet other people and add to their finances in the home.
That's
So,
awesome. And it's
yeah,
something, and you've been doing this for quite some time, I know. And
8
it's
years. Yeah.
oh, wow. Has it been
Yeah.
that long already?
I know. I know.
My
You know you
God.
love it when you're still doing it. So
Yeah. And now, and I know that there's, been some things that have been happening in your life. You moved, all kinds
yeah,
of stuff was going on for you. So, but this
a
is the
lot.
kind of thing that you can kind of, make your own schedule. And if you can't
Yep.
necessarily get to it for a week or two because other things happening in your family,
Yep.
like that's okay, right?
Exactly. Even a month, there's been life-changing events, and a lot of people who have been on my team and in the company that, even if it's a couple months or 3 months, the company is very good about that. You can just let them know and they'll still keep you on,
Mhm.
So I love that because it is family oriented, and the starting is only $25, which is
Oh, wow.
super to give it a try for 30 days. And if it doesn't work, it's okay. We just part and we're still friends and no one gets upset at each other. So
Yeah, no, that's
it's great.
perfect. And it's great for
Yeah.
a mom that, maybe
Yeah.
has such a busy schedule that they aren't able to, do the 9 to 5 type thing. And they can still kind of have a little bit of time to themselves, feel like they're bringing in
Yeah.
an income to the family, but still be
Right.
available for those things that they need to be available for.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, I think I've covered everything. Did you have any other questions for me?
That is it. You are amazing.
Okay.
As
Oh,
always,
thank you.
lovely to see you. And we
Thank you.
appreciate
Yes.
so much your tips, and especially the budget friendly ones, because, like you said, inflation, oh gosh, the report came out again this morning.
I know. I don't.
But inflation's kind of kicking our butts here. So we've
Yes.
got to fight back. And Wendy can help you do that with groceries and feeding your family still amazing,
Yes,
exciting meals.
absolutely.
On a
Yes,
budget.
thank you.
All
Oh,
right.
I almost forgot. November, I am going to start freezer meal workshops again too. So anybody wants questions about that, let me know.
Love it. And I assume you're going to be using the new silicone bags for that.
Yes.
I love that. All right. Oh, we have one.
Okay.
We have somebody on. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
You know Tony Marquette.
I do.
Yeah.
She's wonderful.
Sure is. All right, Wendy. Good to see you.
Okay.
And
good to see you too.
Hey, stay warm over there in the North Country, okay?
Tell me about it. I didn't want to put the heat on, but had to.
Just cook like crazy. Warm
Right.
up the house.
It kicks up. It does.
All right. Bye,
Thanks, Katie, so much. Bye-bye.